Welcome to the second Magic Horses class. I am your humble lead artist, Betsy Lentau. And why is my camera not showing up? Today we're going to be drawing a unicorn. I know it's a fan favorite. And I also had the feeling that on the whole, y'all prefer it when I have a reference picture. I had a lot of schoolwork today, so I didn't get to actually finish this reference picture, but we do have a sketch so you can get an idea of what we are drawing today. Let me adjust my camera real quick here. So this is the guy we're going to be drawing, but first we're going to just practice a couple of parts. If you were here last week, we practiced different parts of the head, how to make our horses look young, how to make them look older, how to make them look a little derpy. And we also practiced size, spacing. What was the third one? I don't remember now. But anyway, we're going to do that with the body this time. So I'm going to get a scrap piece of paper. You can get a piece of paper that has stuff on the back that you're probably going to throw away anyway. Oh, look, it's old pictures from when we did Frozen. I don't need that anymore, so I'm just going to draw on the back of it.
Wait, why does it have two of them on there?
Two of them? Because you can see the dates. This is the one we did on the 12th, and this is the one we did on the 19th.
Yeah, but why is... Oh, wait, you flipped it. Oh, wait, you did that?
Yeah. But we don't need it anymore, so I'm going to draw on the back of it and fold my paper into fourths. So I'm folding it that way, also folding it this way like a book. And I'm going to go ahead and draw the lines where the folds are, just so you can see I have 4 sections.
Where are the folds for?
Because we're going to have 4 different sections, and instead of trying to guess where's the middle, if you fold it, then you'll know where the middle is. So that's just a quick tip instead of getting a ruler and trying to figure out where the middle is. So today we're going to be practicing bodies. So for all of the different horses we draw, we're going to be using the same kind of shape for the bodies. And the bodies are going to consist of 2 circles. So let's try out what happens when we make both circles touch each other. And we'll connect them with 2 lines. A curve that's like a smile on the top and a curve that's like a smile on the bottom. So we get this kind of like kidney bean shape. I don't know how many of you eat kidney beans, but I'm sure you know what a bean shape looks like. And yes, Tracy, you can go ahead and follow along and draw this and practice, or you can just watch me. That's up to you. So if we keep the circles touching one another, they make cute little tiny bodies for younger unicorns and Pegasus and stuff like that. If we separate the 2 circles, make them not touching. And yes, Tracy, you can fold up your paper and split it into 4 just like me. Or if you just want to watch this time, we do this every week. So if you just want to watch this time and see what happens, that's okay too. We connect them up with the same lines. We get kind of an older looking body, just like you grow taller as you get older. Horses are going to grow as they get older too. So if you want to make your horses look young, make sure that the circles touch. And if you want them to be a little bit older, make the circles not touch. We did the exact same thing, if you remember, with the heads. We said when we had circles for the heads that touched, it looked like a young horse. And when we had the circles not touch, it looked like an older horse. So it's going to be the same thing with the bodies. Pop quiz. How do you make a horse look young? You can answer in the chat or with your microphone.
You put it together.
Yes, both of those answers are right. You put the circles close together. If you're doing the eyes, you're putting them lower on the head so that it has a larger forehead. Both of those answers are correct. Let's go on to legs. Let's do front legs. So here's where you can get some practice of drawing a body. You can draw it young or old, whichever one you like, something in the middle maybe. I'm going to have mine kind of close together but not touching. Let's practice connecting up these circles into a nice bean shape. And of course you can erase out the circles after you do that. So for the front legs, we're going to have a little back, let's say, like I tell you which part's the head, huh? Let's put a tail on here so we know which one's the front. Okay, there's the tail. So for the front legs, we're going to have a line that goes forward. Think of it, if you're crawling on your hands and knees, your shoulders kind of go forward. So this horse's shoulders are going forward. Let me back up in case you guys are still doing those. Then we're going to have a little curve backwards. I can wait for a little bit, but because we have a lot to draw, I can't wait too long or else we won't finish our good looking unicorn. So I'll wait here for like 30 seconds. For those of you waiting, you can put in the chat box, what's better, unicorn or Pegasus?
Unicorn.
Oh, 1 vote unicorn. Two votes unicorn.
Unicorn.
3 votes unicorn. I did not know unicorns were so much more popular than Pegasus. Pegasi? Pegasuses. I don't know the plural of Pegasus.
There's a Pegasus, a unicorn, and an alicorn.
That's true. There's an alicorn, the best of both worlds, with wings and a horn.
I've heard Pegasi.
Pegasi? I'm thinking it's Pegasi. But I don't know, because now like cactus used to be cacti and now sometimes it's not. So I don't know what's going on with English. All right, I'm going to keep going. So then we're going to go a little bit forward. This is like the horse's elbow. I know it seems really close to the body and kind of weird, but we're going to think of that as the horse's elbow. Then we're going to come down and we're going to bend this leg so that we can see where the next bendable part of this leg is. And then one more time for the hoof. And I'm just going to put on a little shape for right now. And the important part here is that, let me get some colors so we can see this more clearly. We've got a long line we've got kind of a medium line, and then we've got a short line. It does look so weird, but we're just studying and practicing how to take a look at a horse's leg. It's actually very similar to a finger. Your finger has a long part and then a medium part and then a short part. If you think of that as a horse's leg, you can kind of see how a horse's leg would bend up. So when they're just standing straight, we don't have all those turns. We just have the shoulder and we go all the way straight down until we hit to the hoof. But we want it to get narrower as it goes down and a little thicker as it goes up to the body. I'm going to leave that on camera as I go down to the next box where we're going to do back legs. We'll need another body for this one, so you can sketch one out real quick. Practice making it young or old, using what you learned about spacing. I think I'm going to make a young one this time. So I'll put my circles touching. Connect. Connect with a tiny line on top. And a little tail so I know which side is which. And these back legs are going to be a lot different from the front legs. We're going to have, actually no, they're not that different because we're going to have that big curve in front, just like we had that big curve in front. And a little curve in the back. There's a little bony part right here if you want to put a little curve. And then we go straight down until we get to another little joint. And that attaches to the hoof. So the back leg has 3 joints too. One there, one up here. It does look like it's running. We'll make the other leg standing. We can't see the big curve, but we'll be able to see maybe a little bit of the little curve. Straight down. There's that little connection. And then the hoof goes forward. This part where it goes forward is really important. If I just draw my horse leg going down like this, it looks a little bit more cartoony. If you want it to look a little more realistic, a little more naturalistic, put that hoof going diagonal. What you humming, Michaela?
Oh, sorry, I thought I was muted. I did it again by I forget who. It is copyrighted, so
It
you
is
probably
copyrighted.
won't play it.
Copywritten? I don't even know that one either. My English, I feel like as I get older, my English gets worse. So we've got bodies, we've got front legs, we've got back legs. Let's see what changes when we put them on a young body versus an old body. So let's just call this one all together. Over here, I'm going to sketch out a younger body. So those circles are touching. Tiny little curve on top, make that bean shape. If you're getting used to draw this bean shape without the two circles, then don't even draw the two circles. That's just to help us. But if you're getting so good at drawing beans, you don't even have to do that step. This one over here, I'm going to make the circles a little farther apart to make my bean a little longer. And make my horse a little bit older looking. And once again, let's go ahead and throw on some tails so that we know which side is which. Can I wait a minute? Yes, I will wait a minute. In fact, while we're waiting, I'm going to go grab some props real quick. So here's a toy horse that I happen to have. And you can see here's that bean shape we've been drawing quite a lot. And look at how long and skinny these legs are compared to the body.
Is that 3D?
Yeah, this is just a toy, little plastic one. Can you see the long? I know it does look real, huh? Whoever made this sculpted it really well.
It looks flat.
It looks flat?
Yeah. It looks like a piece of paper.
Flat when you do it that on that flat way, but when you turn it, it looks more real. It looks more like.
So I just wanted you to take a look at how what I'm telling you is true. Look at how that leg comes down and the hoof goes forward. Look at that long, medium, and short line when the horse has a bent leg. Look at how the back leg has this bony part, this little sharp angle. Everything I'm saying is true. I'm not lying to you. Just wanted to show you that real quick. So when we're going to our drawing and we're about to put on legs, we don't want to make the legs this short because it's going to look like a dachshund horse or something. Let's make those legs nice and long. I'm going to start with the front legs, big curve in front. Tiny little curve in back. I'll put this one up just to help you remember. Getting long and skinny as it goes down, down, down. and then it goes forward for the hoof. For this bent one, we're going to do that long line, medium line, short line, just sketching real quick. Don't worry if it's not perfect. Mine's not perfect. We're just practicing. That hoof's pretty awful though. I'm going to change that. For the back leg, same thing. We've got a big curve, a little curve. The little curve comes right off the back of the rump. There's that pointy part in the back. And then it gets thinner, thinner, thinner as it goes down into the hoof. This other back leg is going to come behind, so we're going to see that sharp little angle back there. Going down, skinnier, skinnier, skinnier. And that hoof goes forward, diagonal. Now let's practice on the baby body. I'm going to zoom in here so we can get a better look. Let's practice again that big curve, little curve. You might have noticed that when we draw the little curve for the front leg, it's on the inside of the body. And when we draw the little curve for the back leg, it's on the outside of the body. If you want your baby one to look like a chibi or something that's really cute and on a sticker or on a video game, you can make the legs really short and chubby. Or if you wanted to make it look a little more like a real horse. Young baby horses have very long legs too. So I'm going to make it go skinny, skinny, skinny. And then diagonal for the hoof. I live on kind of a farm, so I grew up around horses. But for some reason, I never stopped to draw them. But I remember when we had to clean their hooves, there's a little bit of fur or hair that grows right out here, and you tug on that to let the horse know, you got to pick up your hoof so I can clean it out. Let's do a new pose with the other front leg. We still want a long line, medium line, short line, just like your finger. When it's close to the body, it's thick, and it'll get thinner and thinner until it gets to that hoof. Nope, these are headless horses. For the back legs, let's do that same thing. Big curve in front. little curve in the back, outside of the body. And make it go, oh, whoops, actually we need that little bony part. Get skinny, skinny, skinny. Until you get down to the hoof. And you make it come forward. We can also make a back leg raised right underneath the body. We'll just see this part, the straight part, come forward, and then a little hoof. The rest will be all hidden behind the rump, so we don't have to draw it. Yeah, if they look too scary, just add a little head. That might look scarier. Looks so weird because I'm doing it fast. All right, practice, practice, practice. I'm gonna take this away. Somebody tell me one thing that you learned about horses today. Do the hooves go straight down? They do?
No.
Thank you, Erin. No, they don't. They go forward. All right, the moment you've all been waiting for, the good picture. Let's draw this one step by step.
Is that an old unicorn?
A little bit, huh? Because we have that little space in between. I'm gonna grab a fresh pencil that's all nice and
I'm
sharp.
gonna use a light pad.
Light pad? Which light pad?
A light pad comes with a flip book.
Oh, I've never used one of those. Sounds cool though.
You can switch it on to bright and to not bright.
Ooh, well, that's good for your eyes. We do not need paint. We just need pencil for this class. And if you want to color it later, you'll need something to color with, but I'm just going to use pencil. Let's go ahead and start with this part that we've been practicing so much, the body. And we've got 2 circles here, not quite touching. Lightly, lightly, we know we are going to erase these later. Let's make that bean shape. Hopefully you all have a lot of practice at doing this after all of that drawing we did for the first half of class, making those beans.
How big are the circles?
How big are my circles? If you want a really accurate measurement, they are 5 centimeters tall. If you want a less accurate measurement, it's about the size of a ping pong ball or maybe a cutie orange.
The centimeters and millimeters are the same, but millimeters are just more.
This is true. Then let's start adding those legs. Let's start with this back leg, which I'll erase out so we can see it a little bit better. Let's make that big curve in front and that little curve outside of the body?
Anyway,
Yep, I can pause right here.
when you draw the two circles and draw a smiley face on top of it, and when you flip it upside down, it looks like a sad face.
It does look like a sad face if you flip it upside down. After you've got those first two curves, we're going to go ahead and go straight forward. You can make them thick and chubby, or you can make them nice and thin like we were doing in practice. And when it gets down to the ground, we're going to make that hoof go forward a little bit. Sometimes you can see a little notch right there, so you can tell the difference between the hoof and the leg. Do we have to draw the circle in the body or no? That is up to you. If you can draw a bean shape without the circles and you like it, just do the bean shape. If you're having trouble and you go, oh man, my bean shape is not looking very much like a bean, something that could help you is to draw the circles first and then connect them up. Yeah, if your bean shape is good, just go straight to the bean.
Can you wait?
Yep, I'm waiting. Shall we have music today or no? Give me a thumbs up if you want music.
Yes.
There's one yes.
Yes.
There's a second yes. There's a third. Sounds like we want music, so I'll go ahead and go to YouTube and find some copyright-free music. While you guys are drawing. All right, are we ready for this other leg? It's pretty much covered up by the first one. So let's go ahead and just put a little bit of that curve that we can see underneath the tummy. By the way, if you don't want your unicorn to be too chubby, you can change this curve to be an S curve. So it'll go a little up as it goes to the back. That's up to you though. I'm gonna have a chubby unicorn today. Then we might see a little bit of this bony part of the other leg poking out the back. There's a little number 7 there. And we're gonna keep going down, a little bit of a curve. And then we're going to have that hoof going to the back. Yep, I'll wait right here. I'm gonna go ahead and finish off this shape so that it might be a little easier to see where you're going with your lines. "30 more seconds and I'm gonna keep going."
You can go now.
Oh, I already got 1 vote to go now, okay. Let's work on those front legs then. What are we gonna do? We're going to put this big curve first. Little curve in the back that's going to be on the inside of the body, not on the outside like the back legs. We're going to remember to make this first part the longest part, then we've got a medium part and a short part. So I'm going to bring this line into a curve to show my unicorn picking up that front leg. Is this an old unicorn or a baby unicorn or a mom or a dad? Well, that kind of depends on how far apart you put your circles.
It's a bit old.
A little bit older than a baby, right? Because there's a little bit of space. Maybe
Yeah.
a teenager?
Yeah. I'm almost 12.
It looks 12. It's a good guess.
And I'm almost 12.
Oh, you're almost 12. My music
In
must
4
be too
more
loud.
years.
In 4 more years. I'll be here in no time. What is a teenager? A teenager is somebody who's over the age of 10 but under the age of 20.
It's like numbers, like 17. 17 has a teen.
Absolutely.
I learned this in iReady.
So here's kind of a new squiggly line. I'm overlapping this one starts out in kind of a smiley curve and then turns into a frowny curve. And you can erase any part of the body that's going through this shape. We won't be able to see that unless your unicorn is made out of glass or invisible or something like that, see-through. Otherwise, go ahead and erase it. I'm going to start bringing this down into the medium section. Just a couple of lines. I'm going to change this curve a little bit so it doesn't look quite so noodly. And then we're going to put on that hoof. You might have found out that there's kind of a long line in front and a shorter line in back. That's usually a good tip to make a good looking hoof. And we have about 13 minutes to finish this unicorn. I think we can do it.
I might think we finish early.
I only heard the last half of that, Erin. Can you say it again?
I think we might finish early.
We might finish early. We'll see. Time to draw that other front leg. So I'm going to just draw this line in front here. This one's standing on the ground, so it doesn't have too many curved lines. I'm going to go all the way down, but here's something important. I can't make this leg longer than this leg. Whenever we put something low on the paper, it looks close to us, and when it's higher on the paper, it looks farther away. So if I put this hoof a little higher than this one, it'll look a little farther away. After you're done with that leg, we're going to work on this tail by making this curly Q right here. So I'm going to start above the rump and go woo and do a curly Q. Then I'm going to start about halfway on that line and come all the way back around to the tip. So let's start maybe here and sketch all the way around, getting skinny as it gets to the tip. I draw lots of lines because my first line usually isn't very good. I got to give it a couple of tries. And then I erase the ones I don't like. I'm also so close to the edge of the paper. My goodness, barely made it.
I'm not.
You're not making it? Or you're not close to the paper?
No, I'm I'm not close to the paper.
Oh, that's good. I think it's because I had to put part of my paper underneath the drawings. Yeah, so much space over here and then no space over there. That's okay though. Then we're going to connect this tail right back into the body with a couple of little curving lines going upward. If you're not sure where to put them, you can also just draw right through. Draw right through. And then just go back and erase those lines that we don't need. And then let's work on the head. You can see the circle of the head is right above the circle of the body. So I'm going to look at the circle that I drew over here, go straight up and draw a circle there. Because we're drawing a chubby unicorn, a little bit bigger of a circle is better. If you make the head too small, it might look like he had somebody cast a curse on him and shrink his head. Not that that's a bad thing. Just has a little story to it. But for now, bigger is generally better. And we're going to do a couple of S curves for the neck. I'm sure by now you know that the S curve means we're going to start by curving one way, then we're going to flip it around and go the other way. So down here I'm going to start curving this way. And then I'm going to flip it around and curve the other way and connect it right back into the body. On the other side too, I'm going to start with the curve of the head going one way and then curve it around the other way.
Can you wait?
Yep. My head is so round. Why, thank you. I practice circles a lot, so I'm glad I can draw circles fairly easily now. Just 6 minutes left. I think we can do it.
Okay, you can go.
All right, let's go ahead and add that other circle for the mouth section of our unicorn. It's a smaller circle. I'm making a touch, making it look younger by touching those circles together. And we'll have that straight line on top, frowny line on the bottom. Looks a little bit like a duck at first. Yes, it does. I'm going to zoom in for this part so we can get the face details in here. See if I can adjust my papers here. Fold this one so we can put them side by side. And let's add that mouth. We have a little bit of an S curve again, don't we? Because we're starting out in a little bit of a frowny line. and then turning it around the other way. So I'm gonna go a little bit of a frowny line, and you can see I'm going right off the edge. Turning it around into a smile. Why did I go off the edge like that? Because horses have very thick lips. So I'm going to make a little bump right there to show the lip. Might also look like a dragon at this point. That would be okay too. Ooh, dragon unicorn, somebody should draw that.
How about we should make a dragon unicorn?
Yeah, one of these weeks, let's do it. Bottom part of the mouth is gonna be just a
Next
regular.
Friday.
Today is Friday, yes.
How about next Friday? We
Oh,
draw-
next Friday, sure. Let's do it next Friday. I've got a little curvy mouth at the bottom there, and I need another lip, so I'm gonna bump it out and then connect it right back into my shape. Just 3 more minutes left. I hope we can do it. You can darken that line right there if you want your horse to be showing his teeth. Or you can erase it out and just have the tongue showing. I'll do that over here so you can see what it looks like. Oh, you saw The Secret Lives of Cats? It's a pretty intense class. I'm sure Callista can tell you. That was a lot of cat drawing.
I like the cat thingy.
Oh, you
Yes,
like the cat? All right, good to hear. Let's draw this eye. You can see it's kind of like a piece of pizza in that it's a triangle, but it's all curves. So I'm going to curve the bottom part. That's like the cheek. Curve the side part. And then curve the front part. If you want your unicorn to look up, you just draw the little oval up at the top. If you want your unicorn to look at you, you just put it in this corner instead. You can add eyelashes if you want it to be a girl. Add a little nostril so your unicorn can breathe. You can make the nose a little chubbier if you want. A little more rounded. We're gonna keep going. It's already 4:54. So for the ears, we know we've got kind of a shallow curve in front. And then in the back, we've got a little bit of an S curve going on where we curve one way, curve the other way. Or if you find it easier, lots of times you can just do like big cat ears on unicorns and it'll still work. This still looks good. I'm gonna separate out the pink part on the inside. And I'll pause right there for about 30 seconds. All right, we're gonna keep going. Let's draw this beautiful forelock. I'm sure you all remember forelock means the bangs of a horse. So we've got a couple of S-curves here. The first one's gonna touch the head and then go up. So let me come down and touch the head and then curl up.
How do you make a horse's mouth close?
To make a horse's mouth close. So we had that circle like this. There's the nose. You can just do a smile. If you want to smile, if you don't want to smile, you can also just do a tiny line. Makes them look tough. Then this other line is going to go right around and go back to the ears. I'll go right around there, back to the ears. And this line is going to go right through the ear and keep going to the back part of the mane. You can stop right there if you want to give your unicorn a pompadour, kind of like Elvis. Or if you want to make it longer, you can put more hair, more mane showing on the other side. So there's a little curve right there, a couple of curves. I forget what class we learned this, but a lot of times hair will curve up for one and then the rest go down, 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 down.
That's Frozen class.
That was Frozen class, that's right. You can see it's still true for horses. Oh, we just have 2 minutes left, so let's put on this horn real quick. First, I'm gonna sketch how tall and how thick I want the horn to be. You can make it short and chubby, you can make it long and lean, that's up to you. First, we're just going to sketch out the basic shape. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and do it over here so that you can...
2 minutes for what?
2 minutes until the end of class. We have to stop at 5 o'clock because I have to teach the next class.
Ooh, I want to join.
The next class is how to draw backgrounds on your character art. A little more advanced.
Can I join?
Of course, you guys are welcome. I just let you know that it's a little bit harder. It's a little bit more for 12-year-olds and up. Next, we're going to split up that horn into a couple of sections with diagonal lines. And then we're going to curve each of these sections. So I'm going to curve in between those two lines. Curve, 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 curve. And you can see it's already starting to twist a little bit. Careful not to curve it too much, otherwise it can look kind of like bubbles more than twisting. So we want to keep it kind of subtle, kind of on the down low, just chill. No big deal. And then I'll erase anything that the hair covers up, which is pretty much all of it. Next time I'll have to do a different hairstyle so it doesn't cover up that beautiful horn. But we did it! Good job, everybody. Let's share real quick. And Erin, if you want to share your cat's drawing, you can do that too. I'm going to remove my spotlight, and who's ever ready, go ahead and show it up to the camera, and I will spotlight you for everybody. Nobody's ready. Oh no. Oh, Callista's ready. Let's put Callista up for everyone to see. Woo! That twisty tail. I love it. we got another one. Oh, lovely. Look at how cute, prancing little unicorns. Tracy just needs to draw the horn. Natalie too, oh no. Well, if you finish later, we can always take a look at them next week too. Oh, let's take a look at Aaron's spotlight for everybody. Whoa, I see some magic effects coming off your unicorn. That looks pretty rad. Nice. Do you have your cat's drawing handy? For those
yeah.
of who didn't see it, real quick.
Colored it. It's awesome. Aaron,
I
your cat.
saw it, yeah. Do you have your cat drawing there? Ooh, so that's what we do on Wednesdays at 5 o'clock. For anybody who wants to come, we draw lots and lots of cats. Some. And then Frank, you ready? Let me replace spotlight. Ooh, look at how pretty. That one looks more svelte than mine. Those legs are nice and lean. Last chance, anybody else want to share?
I have something.
Go for it. I'll stop the share on the music so you'll be able to screen share. Draw the horn, Tracy. You can do it.
I was lining. I didn't finish, but whatever.
Ooh, look at that. Put your own twist on it. Neato. We should do those kinds of hooves next time too. They're like cleft hooves.
I like it.
I also went for the little lion-esque tail.
Yeah,
I thought that was
lion
cool.
style tail. Yeah, she looks sassy.
Thanks. Okay, I'll stop sharing now. Wait, how do I make it stop? Never mind, there it is.
Oh, I was going to say I can make it stop if you can't. Last chance. Anybody else want to share, or you can share next week? That's fine too. Nope, not ready. Okay, we'll take a look at Tracy's hopefully next time, and hopefully Hania will share next time too. Thanks for joining me today, little guys. Hope to see you next Friday. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, Tracy's ready. Let me spotlight for everybody really quick. Oops, did that work? There we go. Look at how cute that came out. That looks great, Tracy. I approve. Oh, and Natalie's going to show too. Let's replace the spotlight really quick. Ooh, I like that horn. Very nicely done, guys. I can see you're learning a lot. Okay, I think that's it now. Bye. See you next time.
Bye.